operation successfully turns inputs to outputs in an efficient manner. The inputs themselves could represent anything from materials, equipment, and technology to human resources such as staffs and workers. Operation manager's role is to ensure that the company achieves the highest operating profit by carefully balancing the cost and revenue. They work closely with other teams to deliver productivity, deliver high-quality products and services, and ensure that customers are satisfied.
One of the duties of operations manager is to predict the customer's demand for the company's product. Making predictions of events that will happen in the future based on past data is called forecasting. The forecast helps the company to determine the future trends and the number of products needed to satisfy the market demand. Forecasting is one of the problems we had observed in Corridor Junction. As a sole proprietorship owned and managed by one person, forecasting is based on an analytical method such as judgment and intuition. We are found risky and exposed in biases. As a result, a qualitative approach can be susceptible to human errors, as it is so heavily dependent on executive opinion.
To be able to test which type of forecasting method is more accurate, the group can utilize the quantitative forecasting techniques, which offers concrete information regarding sales, inventory, and labor based on companies' historical data. As these projections are based on clear numerical information and statistical techniques, these methods eliminates the risk of bias while producing clearer results.
As we can see here,
the facility doesn't have any division despite having variety of scraps being collected. Also, the warehouse space isn't utilized enough for workspace because of an organized pile of scrap scattered around the area, making the operation inefficient.
To be able to have an effective facility layout, management ensures that there is a smooth, steady flow of production material, equipment, and manpower at minimum cost. They must provide optimum space to organization and facilitate movement of goods to create safe and comfortable work environment, reduce of movement of workers, raw material and equipment, to promote safety of plant as well as its workers, and to increase production capacity of the organization. Therefore, the main objective of facility layout planning is to design an effective workflow as to make equipment workers more productive.
Drop that.
good day! We're still here in Corridor Shop, and this time we will try to relate and identify some industrial concerns observed during our ocular visit in relation to work study and measurement. In today's competitive world, continuous improvement of industrial practices are the core and primary objective of any businesses, and the Corridor Junk Shop is no exemption to that. The only way a business or enterprise can grow and increase its profitability is by increasing its productivity. Productivity improvement refers to the increase in output per work hour or time expended. The fundamental goals that result in increased productivity include method study and work measurement. They are used to understand human work potential in terms of time spent on completing a task, looking at ways to make the task simpler and easy as to increase productivity and efficiency. To achieve our goal, we follow and apply the 6 principal steps in Methods Engineering Program, which will be detailed in this video.
Method study. Method study is a scientific process to better job design. It studies the existing job process and proposed job process as to identify the appropriate job process. which result in efficient and cost-effective operation. Therefore, the objectives of method study are as follows. First is to study existing work process and proposed work process. Second is to find new method of increased production and reduction of cost. Third is to achieve optimum utilization of resources by applying method study. It ensures an increase in overall productivity and profitability in corporate junction. Method study involves following procedures. First is the selection of work to be studied, collection and recording of data, analysis of existing method, development of new improved method, installation of improved method, and finally, maintain the improved method.
Selection of work to be studied. The first and perhaps most crucial step of improving an existing operation. Practically, any activity is a potential project for improvement, but only those jobs with valid reasons should be selected for method study. In project selection, we based on three considerations: economic, technical, and human. Usually, maximum cost benefit is the normal objective. Therefore, we must focus on areas with high cost and in corridor jump shop, direct costs such as labor and gasoline for the vehicles incurred 120,000 and 40,000 pesos monthly respectively. In addition, we noticed an excessive material handling of scraps, particularly cartoons, from collection to baling process. We could reduce the time spent in picking up, loading, and unloading of cartoons.
Second step, collection and recording of necessary information. We then obtain the facts about the present method of doing the job and record them. The business operation of Corridor Junk Shop involves the three processes division, collection, billing, and delivery. In order to improve those activities, the factual information is collected from the place where the job under study is being executed, direct and visual observation. This was done using recording and analysis tools such as operation process chart, flow process chart. We recorded the movement of men, materials, critical procedures in the job operator's performance. Third step, we use analyze data. Now we have critically examined the information in the current method. This is the key step in the whole study. The information available in the form of chart and graphs. After second step, we can be thoroughly studied and analyzed in order to detect the production stages where the improvement in the method is possible. This is achieved by questioning the different activities of the processes in a systematic, logical, and objective manner.
Is the development of most practical, economic, and effective method. The analysis of existing work method provide us a starting point for a synthesis of suggested improvements in job performance. The technique specially designed for improving work method is called the process improvement formula. The four steps of the formula are: eliminate unnecessary activities, combine two or more activities, sequence the various activities properly, and last, simplify the activities. Complete elimination of unwanted activities is the most important step in developing an improved method. If elimination is not possible, then possibility of combining the different activities could be explored.
Final step is to maintain the improved method. Even after the workers have been trained and requisite changes in machines and layout have been incorporated, there is no guarantee that the method will be used the way it was designed. The proper functioning of the installed method is ensured by periodic checks and verifications. The purpose of checks and reverse is to determine if the method being adopted and practiced is the same or it has some deviation from the selected one.
Operations research, popularly known as OR, is a scientific research method or a mathematical technique to determine the right decision for a problem. Operations research is used to provide aid to the people decision-making who manage large organization or organized system.
The primary purpose of operations research is to improve the performance of the existing system rather than developing a new system. In operations research, A team of experts from the different fields first define the problem, then represent that problem in the form of a set of mathematical equations. After that, the computer analysis of these mathematical equations is done to find a solution for the problems. And these solutions are applied to solve managerial and administrative problems.
Operations research is concerned with the systems in which human behavior plays an important role. The operations research focuses on the whole system rather than focusing on individual parts of the system. There are different types of approaches that are applied by operations research to deal with different kinds of problems. For example, linear programming and dynamic programming is used to manage complex information. The problem that we had found based on our observation is the owner and the acting top manager of Corridor Junk Shop has no fixed routes allocated to each respective establishment where the company truck should be collecting the scrap that leads to confusion of the drivers. This constraint is caused by contractual parties of bigger establishments like the malls, specifically the Robinsons, Gaisano, and St. Mark. Whereas, scraps from relative smaller establishments are collected usually upon request or whenever convenient.
With that being said, we have decided to use transportation model for its concern with selecting routes between the supply and demand points in order to minimize cost. Transportation subject to constraints of supply at any supply point and demand at any demand point. And the goal is to assign resources such a way that enhance production efficiency, control cost, and maximize profits.